everyone, Squee913 here with Catcard and Piff.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna go meet the Shadow Broker.
I still don't know what's going on.
You see, there's this element called Element Zero that you shoot electricity through, and then it lets you mind rape people.
Wait.
That's pretty much
wait.
it. That's where we are in the story.
Mind fuck or mind rape?
Yeah, it's both.
Okay.
It's a matter. It's if they consensual or not.
Oh God. Yeah, let's just drop that like a tot. Oh.
No, still sounds
So yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm most of the way through the second game, and that's all I've picked up.
So, like, how much have you done before this part? Like, have you basically waited until the end to do the
Yes.
DLC and things like that?
Yeah, all I have left to do is Lair of the Shadow Broker, the Reaper IFF, all the stuff that goes with the Legion, Tally, and Stop the Collectors in Arrival. That's it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's usually what I do, actually. I can't see the sense of doing the DLCs in the beginning.
Alright, let's do this.
I do.
It's a taxi! It's a taxi with no one driving it! Oh my god!
Oh God.
Welcome to the future.
It's a ghost.
Oh, Alpha, no, I have not... As you can tell, the only problem with Shelly Shepard right now is her eyebrows, which means I've only died once, and that was in Mass Effect 1. Luckily, I have not died yet, but that makes it all the more nervous because I'm 20 hours in, I'm going to be facing some tough things, and I don't want to die.
Why the eyebrows?
Start off small.
Every time she dies, she has to get a little bit uglier. And I figured since it was the first death, let's make it not so harsh. You know, I didn't give her a fat nose or crazy eyes or no hair.
That's the rules that you're making for this? Like,
every time she dies, she gets uglier. So we see just how bad off she is by the end of the trilogy.
that's perfect.
Yeah, until you grow attached to her, and then you realize you're gonna have to change that. Like, I even like the eyebrows now. They're creepy, but still, that's Shelly Shep there. And what happens if I die and I have to give her like a giant scar, or give her the droopy eyes, or no hair, or something?
Well, I don't think the scar is fair because some people find scars very sexy.
Yeah.
So if you're supposed to be getting uglier, you should give her something like a really big nose.
Yeah,
Seal up those
that's
trace
probably
samples
the
and get
next
them back to
one.
the lab. We got
Make her go
multiple
around
shots
going like.
fired. Yeah, techs are going over the place now.
Central, we got an
don't wanna
open
die.
carrier on this end. Switching to a coded relay.
What's going on?
I bet she's a good person.
This area is sealed off. Please step back, ma'am.
Sealed off. Why?
Someone tried to kill your friend, Commander Shepard. Thank you, officer. Your people are dismissed.
You can't do that.
Already done. Tila Vasir, Special Tactics and Recon.
A specter?
I heard your status was reinstated. Good. You're one of our most famous operatives. Might even get you to sign my chest plate. So, I assume you had business with your friend this evening, Commander.
Whoa.
Liara was following a lead on the
I'm
Shadow
a one
Broker.
sorry kind of girl.
The Shadow Broker. Dangerous enemy to have.
Does signing boobage count as cheating?
Wait, excuse me?
It's a pretty straightforward question. Does signing boobage count as cheating?
Does signing?
Yeah.
Si-
She wants me to sign her chest plate.
Oh. Well, if there's an emotional attachment to it,
Well,
I
maybe a little
think-
bit of flattery.
you're going for Liara, right?
Yeah.
I think Liara would get jealous.
Crazy blue biker chick. Alright,
Just saying.
What are the facts so far?
About 25 minutes ago, someone took a shot at Tisoni. Note the bullet holes. She stuck around for almost 4 minutes before leaving the building. Whatever she was doing was important.
You know, and I don't remember if I mentioned this for the first time I played it, but I do remember thinking this whole time, she stayed for 4 minutes. How the hell do you know she stayed here for 4? I mean, obviously, it's now obvious, but at the time, it's like, What? I doubt Liara is the type to have cameras in here recording what she's doing. So the only way you could have known she hung around for 4 whole minutes was if you saw her.
I must have been completely just disconnected from this DLC when I played it because I did not realize anything that was happening.
Okay, the first time I played it, I think I had suspicions towards the end.
I had none.
Yeah, but it was not a whole total, oh my god, it blew me away type of thing, but it was
You know what?
it was close.
I called it. Like, you can ask Sparta, because he was there. I called it immediately.
Liara isn't here. Where is she?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be sifting through her crap. There's no blood, no body. It looks like Tassoni got away. The sniper didn't plan on her kinetic barrier. Clever girl. Paranoid, but clever.
And again, how does she know she had a... okay, like, this is what I kept saying. It's like, you know, the sniper didn't plan on her kinetic barrier. How did you know she had a kinetic barrier up and the sniper just didn't miss?
Yeah, and why did she say got away like that? Tassoni got away.
Well,
like,
that one you
escaped. It would be more like escaped. Tassoni escaped.
Well, I can chalk that up to personality. Maybe that's just the type of person she is.
Yeah.
But as far as evidence,
I associate villains saying, you know, they got away, and then good guys saying, yeah,
Right.
they escaped.
No, but my thinking was, okay, even if there was a way to track how long she was here for, like, let's say you had a sensor that showed when the bullet hit the window and a sensor that showed when she walked out the door. I could buy that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's no sensor that's going to say, oh, the bullet hit a kinetic barrier instead of her.
Yeah.
That's, you kind of had to be there to see.
I was not thinking about
Liara was
things.
expecting you.
I'm
She would have left a message here. Her office wasn't safe.
I'm not surprised. Helium is just Omega with expensive shoes. I haven't found anything useful for tracking her down yet. You knew Tassoni better than I do. Where would she have hidden her backups?
Let me take a look around.
No. Vagri, this was a kinetic barrier generated by Liara. Liara was the generator. We were talking about a biotic barrier, which a lot of people don't seem to understand. They're one and the same. Kinetic barriers, biotic barriers are literally 2 words for the same thing. It's just a matter of, does the person make it or does a piece of technology make it? But there's no difference in what it actually is. Because I know I had a huge debate once with someone, biotic barriers don't stop things, they only slow them down. And I was like, no, they just like a kinetic barrier. It's literally the same thing here.
A doctorate from the University of Ceres, Avanthesia. She's getting good use out of all that education.
It's part of my old armor.
Looks like someone didn't like you much either.
You could be right, actually. Vag, I never thought about that. You could be 100%
The
right.
rifle used to do that wasn't standard issue. The kinetic barrier deflected the shots. but they still managed to
Is
penetrate.
the terminology
Oh, you know what? I think you're absolutely right. So, a kinetic barrier she's referring to is a kinetic barrier on the window, not Liara's own personal biotic barrier.
Ooh, good catch.
Yes, very good catch. Or I'm thick for not realizing it.
So
you are correct. I was even pointing it out. Kinetic barrier is just the term for when technology makes it. Yeah, Squee.
Oh, okay, so it does depend on the origin. Like, the words aren't just interchangeable.
No,
but
they're
they
not.
refer to the same thing. It's just
Exactly.
where it's being created or what it's being created by.
Exactly. It's like the difference between electricity or lightning. It's the same thing, but where did it come
Ah, that's a good analogy, Squee.
The picture changed when you touched it. It must be keyed to your ID. What does it show now?
It's a Prothean dig site. Liara did leave a message.
There are a few Prothean-looking objects around the apartment. Let's see what we can find.
Maybe it wasn't keyed to her ID. Maybe it was just one of those things like, you know, an iPad when you pick it up and you shake it.
No, Cat. Shepard Special.
It had an app for that.
Which do I like better, male Shep voice or femme Shep voice? It's weird. I'm kind of... Oh, hang on.
Vasir, I've got something here.
Backup disk. Let's try it on her terminal. It looks like she recorded a call.
What have you got for me, Sagat?
It was tricky, but you paid for the best. I can narrow it down to a cluster, maybe even a system.
How soon can you have it?
Shouldn't take long. Come to my office. Area Frontiers in the Dracon Trade Center. Gotta say though to Sony, you're making me a little nervous. How big is the trouble that could come out of this?
Relax, Sagat. I'll see you in a few hours.
This must be important. The Shadow Broker's people already tried to kill her once.
I know where the Dracon Trade Center is. My car's outside.
Let's go.
Okay, I think I like both the voice actors. I think they did a great job, and I really think that especially Mark Mir stepped it up a lot in Mass Effect 3. But I've always held to the idea that I
Area
think...
Frontiers offices are located on the 3rd floor. I don't hear police chatter. We must have missed the party.
Nope, there's the party.
Liara's in there!
That can't be good.
They just took out 3 floors to make sure she's dead. I'll grab this Sky car and seal off the building from the top.
I'll start down here and work my way up.
Just leave some for me.
She comes across the thug. She's like, I'm not going to kill you because I'm going to leave you for Vasir. What? Okay, no, what I was saying was I actually think that the male Shep makes a better nice guy Paragon, and the femme Shep makes a better bad girl renegade type thing. Like, in other words, I think Mark Mir is better when delivering his Paragon lines than Jessica Hale is, but I think Jessica Hale is much better at delivering the renegade lines than Mark Mir is. She's got that quiet, intimidating kind of voice, whereas Mark Mir really can kind of... to me, he sounds genuine when he's trying to console someone or show he cares, that kind of thing.
That explains why I didn't like him at all. I tried a renegade playthrough, and he just sounded...
He sounded not
He
genuine.
sounded so squishy.
Mm-hmm. He makes a much better Paragon, and Jennifer Hale... Okay, Jennifer Hale makes an okay Paragon, but she delivers her renegade lines so well.
Was it a bomb? What happened?
I overall like Femme Shep better, but I am biased.
Who are you?
And I
going on?
absolutely hated male Shep when I attempted to play him on Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 2 wasn't so bad, but Mass Effect 1 for me was just awful.
Here's a good way to look at it. When you take, like, for example, when you do the beginning of Mass Effect 3 when the kid's in the ventilation shaft, and that's not a spoiler, it's such a small spoiler.
Yeah, it happens right at the beginning. You turn the game on and
when
you
that
get
kid's
that.
in the ventilation shaft, when Jessica Hale is saying, come on, get out of there, let me help you, it doesn't sound anywhere near as sincere as when Mark Mir does it. He really sounds like he cares about this kid, and get out, and come on, I'm going to help you. But when you flip that around, when they're trying to intimidate someone, oh man, Jessica Hale sounds downright intimidating, and Mark Mir almost sounds like he's trying to put on a front.
Yeah.
So I think they both have different strengths.
Yeah, but Mark Mir is just kind of... I couldn't listen to him try to be badass and intimidating without kind of laughing at him. And,
He gets
Jessica
much better as it goes along.
Hale, yeah, I do agree, definitely. Like, he improved in Mass Effect 2 quite a lot, but I still didn't like him, and in Mass Effect 3, I liked him a bit more, but I still didn't like him. I can't deny that he's okay.
My perfect example is actually his improvement is Mass Effect 1, he was good, I liked him. Mass Effect 2, when you do Overlord, and when you like pistol whip Archer, and he shoves that gun in, he's really good. He's like, you know, you come and you see what happens. I was like, dude, that is so much better than what you used to be in the first game.
And meanwhile, Renegade Shep is just so completely hammers it down hard. I mean, she'll go up to people, and when she gets mad, she's just like, "Stand down, you bastard!" And it's just, oh, it's good. I like FemShep.
If I would definitely say if I was gonna play a Renegade, I would have to do FemShep just because it's so much more powerful. But the thing is, I could never play a Renegade.
I tried to be yeah, I know, especially in Mass Effect 3. I was a Renegade in Mass Effect 2, and when I tried to switch over to Paragon in Mass Effect 3, and good God, everything went to hell. And, oh gosh.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, Alpha. Renegade Melshep is sarcastic, and Renegade FemShep is borderline psychotic. I could buy that, yeah.
But I did like Hale's Paragon lines in Mass Effect 3. Like, she just seemed so frustrated with the situation. Like, even when she was trying to negotiate, she was just like, "Will you people sit down and talk to each other and help us?"
I'm excited because I've never experienced it because I've only played it once as Melshep.
Well, I definitely liked it. And her Renegade.
Here they come.
I forgot there's people to fight.
Oh, I thought there was a cutscene. I was like,
Contact.
the flash grenade.
Yeah. Good job, Kasumi.
That scared the shit out of me the first time I did that. Oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh, in Mass Effect 3, her Renegade lines are still good too, but I can't understand playing Mass Effect 3 with Renegade. Like, oh. I would hate myself.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. If you guys know Claude Rebel regretted some of the decisions he made, or some of the consequences and things as being Renegade, and Claude Rebel loves playing Renegade. If he had problems with it...
Yeah, like, somebody who likes playing Renegade having problems, that speaks volumes.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that this is an Ironman. Oh wow, this is suddenly a lot more suspenseful.
Yeah!
What difficulty are you playing on?
Normal.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that crazy.
Well, I mean, it's still a little bit of a challenge, but not... I want to kill myself.
I can beat these games on Insanity, but there's no way I can beat these games on Insanity without dying.
Without dying.
Yeah.
Moving in.
I love Kasumi.
My sniper rifles.
And just saw her cloak next to you and just scutter off.
Yeah.
Like, haha. Are those your favorite two to use, or do you change with the situation?
Okay, well, especially in the Ironman, I change a lot. I take always either Garrus or Zaid, depending on if I'm facing synthetics or organics, because of their ammo power. But typically, I love using Garrus, Kasumi, Zaid, Tali. Those are like my main four.
I actually found that in my Insane playthrough, which I still need to finish, and I'm probably way out of practice now, which sucks, but during my Insane, or that's the hardest difficulty, right?
Yeah, Insanity.
It's the last achievement that I have to get, and I need to complete that playthrough, but on my Insanity playthrough, I found myself bringing Morden a lot because of his the fire thing.
Incinerate, yeah.
Yes, and like that works on everybody.
Well, I
mean, it works on shields, and then my second partner is just whoever I know I'm going to need to take with me. Like, it would be Miranda for the biotic people, things like that.
Incinerate's great, but it doesn't work that well on shields. It works, but it works
not
same
on
as
shields. I'm talking about like those random enemies that can actually kick your ass if you don't check them. Like, I just have Morden be like, hey, you go take care of those guys. Me and Miranda will focus on this guy.
What class were you?
Infiltrator?
Ah,
Yeah,
because
I think I was.
I played Infiltrator and Engineer a lot, which made Morden less necessary because I had that power myself.
Yeah, but I like to tag team with Morden.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy to take along.
I love Morden so much. He's great.
I like Garrus because he's got a great weapon, which by the way I need to switch him to, and he's got a great ammo power.
What's the ammo power again?
Huh?
What's the ammo? I haven't played
armor piercing.
any of these. Oh, right.
I love Kasumi because her shadow punch is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I love Tali because her combat drone is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic for drawing aggro.
Aggro, yeah.
It's so great. And if you're an engineer too, oh man, you can control entire battlefields.
I actually found myself not taking Kasumi with me a lot because her shadow punch was great, but I found that she was dying way too often. Like, she would go into the midst of battle doing her shadow punch, and like she'd go down before she could cloak and move away again.
Huh. I mean, she is a bit squishy, but even when I did it on Insanity, she wasn't more so than others, I don't think.
She is naturally squishy. Like, she's not one of the higher ones.
Wink, wink.
But,
you mean that's not silicone?
Nah.
I saw what Cat did.
Speaking of perverted things that are usually perverted but aren't perverted, I really, really like her costume and armor design. Like, yeah. Like, it looks cool, and it looks form-fitting, and it looks practical. It's cool looking.
Stylish yet functional. Yes, Piff, you were saying
come in handy.
right. I used her on Insanity like every single time I went out, basically. And she didn't die mainly because when she uses Shadow Punch, she's invincible.
That Shadow Punch is full of awesome.
Maybe I was just taking her to the wrong places. There were a lot of places where I was taking her to an ambush, and I didn't really think it through. And... oh, that's him.
Damn it. If I'd have been a few seconds faster, I could have stopped them.
Is this Sakat?
Must have been.
No sign of that data Liara talked about. Looks like a dead end.
Speaking of which, did you find your friend's body?
You mean this body?
Ooh, look at you, all wet. Is that oil? Are you prepared for me? Shepard, not the time.
Liara. Something I should know?
This is the woman who tried to kill me.
You've had a rough day, so I'll let that slide. Why don't you put that gun down?
I saw you.
She's giving you the stink eye. She's evil.
I watched you break into my apartment.
You didn't know where Liara went because she hid the message. You needed me to find it for you.
Thanks for the help.
Once she had my location, she signaled the Shadow Broker's forces. They bombed the building to take me out. She found Sakat, took his data, and killed him. I'm guessing she's still got the disc on her.
Good guess. Not that you'll ever see what's on it. You pure blood bitch!
No, Liara, help me up? No? That's okay, I'm fine. It's my spleen.
You are fine, though. Come on.
I love how they made Liara more of a badass.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like her character in Mass Effect 1. She was so quiet all the time. She's not quiet now.
I think overall, I think it was cute when you add in like the whole, when you see her go from what she was in 1 to being not only a really competent scientist, but also a warrior in 3, you know?
I also think I have a little bit of a skewed viewpoint because I didn't romance her. I didn't romance anyone in Mass Effect 1. I thought that Kaidan was a whiny bitch and Liara was like way too shy and tsundere.
Wait a second. Kaidan was whiny. He wasn't whiny until 2 and 3. He was.
We've already gone over this. Your points are all valid. He's gone through a lot. He has a right to all his opinions and things like that.
Wait, no. Maybe we didn't go through it because I actually remember that in 2 and 3, yeah, whiny punk, I don't like him. But in Mass Effect 1, I actually really liked him because he seemed like the only guy that had all his stuff together. He didn't have these melodrama issues, and he would constantly sit there and go, look, I've got it all squared away, don't worry about me, and I respected that. And, then 3 comes along. What happened to you, man? I thought you had all this stuff squared away. I lied! I'm emo.
It's all a lie! I thought the complete opposite of him in Mass Effect 1, and I was right, we have completely gone over this, which I think is hilarious.
Since we already got past the point, yeah, I completely called that she was evil. Like, literally the first shot of her, I was like,
evil.
She did it.
It was her.
Sit
Like,
down. Good boy.
It's a lot funnier when you actually saw it freaking real life, because I said that out loud, and Sparta was right next to me. He freaking, like, slammed his hand on his leg and just looked at me, and it's like, how did you...
Oh, he'd already played it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it even better. Because you're just like... How'd you know that?
It looks evil.
It was pretty obvious just by look at her.
Oh my god.
Freaking look at.
Oh gosh.
I think you're being a little bit racist. Just because Anasari has markings on her face and a little bit of a mean default expression does not mean she's automatically evil.
Just because she keeps giving you that stink eye.
You know what does make her automatically evil? Shifty eyes.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did she actually have shifty eyes? Did I miss that?
She does it a lot. Like they close up on her eyes and then just shifty eyes. Just like they do it at least 2 or 3 times. I think 2, maybe 3 times. They did shifty eyes.
At least it's not like a big build up. Otherwise, I would have felt dumb.
And then even worse than that, when you find out she's evil and she's backing up to that window, she gets the twitchy eye.
I actually thought that was more of her attempting to feign ignorance.
I think she'd be a horrible poker player.
Yeah.
Squee.
I raise shifty eyes.
I'm fine, but
I'll fold, shifty eyes. You can't bluff on a fold.
Yeah, watch me.
I actually had a really good hand.
Bye, Kasumi. See you on the ship. Kasumi is like, I'll just
walk.
Take a cab back then, will I? You know, there's another seat in there. You could no. Okay.
Cloak and walk. I can totally picture her sneaking into somebody's cab and just cloaking and catching a ride somewhere.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
There she is.
Oh god, it's this part. Can you die on this part?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm right. No
I
way.
have faith in you.
I'm on her.
I don't. I forgot all about this. I totally forgot about this. Oh my
She's
God.
around the corner. We're not going into the construction site, are we?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
do you count failures as dying?
Escape with
No.
that data.
Failure,
Okay.
no. Dying, yes. So, like, if I lose the target and start over, that doesn't count. If I die, then yes.
Traffic! Oncoming traffic!
We'll be
God.
fine.
She's dropping proximity charges.
I noticed.
Come on, come on. Oh my gosh.
She's got reinforcements!
What kind of guns does this thing have?
It's a taxi. It has a fare meter.
Wonderful.
Truck!
Oh, I know.
Truck!
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
You're enjoying this. I had on Colton at this
Well, at least you
speed.
remembered that
Yeah,
explosion.
you bet.
Truck!
Again?
Watch out.
Did you?
I usually fail at least once on this. And I completely forgot
Nice.
about it. I completely
Amazing.
spaced it.
Good job. You can't tell, but I didn't blink that entire time.
Neither did I.
Well, you had
I
a reason not
did.
to blink.
If that's a fact, they once.
I'll just
blinked.
put it in a box.
I blinked 6 times. Counted it all.
I've crashed on Azure. Get me some damn
I
backup.
hear an
I'm trying to be quiet.
Inferno, I almost had a heart attack.
Why you heart attack?
I forgot about the car chase sequence.
Oh yeah.
Until I was literally in our
Here's
car
this
chase
new car.
sequence.
Come on,
Oh
she can't have
crap!
gotten far.
This upcoming fight.
I'm ready for it. Alright, but we're gonna end this episode here, folks. And we'll see you next time.
Sneaky, sneaky.